The battle of the future of TikTok has again drawn public attention to data security issues associated with apps from mainland China. TikTok has said it wouldn't hand US user data to Chinese authorities, but the information the Epoch Times has obtained tells a different story. And FBI Director Christopher Wray has also given warnings that are opposite to TikTok's claims. ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok, hosts a Chinese Communist Party branch of 138 members in its Beijing headquarters. Most of these members are in their early 30s or late 20s and assume managerial or senior technical posts. According to the CCP media Guangming Daily, at the National Internet Police Patrol and Law Enforcement TikTok Matrix Settlement Ceremony, 170 Internet police units at various government levels announced that they would create special work accounts and settle at TikTok. Zhang Hongye, Deputy Director of the Cybersecurity Bureau of the Ministry of Public Security, said that the collective deployment of local cyber police is to take advantage of TikTok to, quote, enhance the social media governance, aka stability maintenance, capabilities of public security agencies, end quote. Zhang Fuping, Editor-in-Chief of ByteDance, is also the CCP secretary at the branch. He hosted the Internet Police Settlement Ceremony in September 2019. A 2020 TikTok online recruitment advertisement for a current affairs content review editor position states that the company prefers, quote, Chinese Communist Party member, end quote. In addition to ByteDance, the Epoch Times has obtained CCP member lists of another 10 Chinese IT companies, including Sina Weibo, Netease, Sohu, Baidu, and so on. All of these 10 companies are publicly traded on the stock exchanges in the U.S. FBI Director Christopher Wray and U.S. National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien have spoken about how the CCP took advantage of the open society in the States and how the CCP would use the data of Americans.
China has a fundamentally different system than ours, and it's doing all it can to exploit the openness of ours while taking advantage of its own closed system. Many of the distinctions that mean a lot here in the United States are blurry or almost non-existent in China. I'm talking about distinctions between the government and the Chinese Communist Party, between the civilian and military sectors, between the state and the private sector. For one thing, an awful lot of large Chinese businesses are state-owned enterprises, literally owned by the government and thus the party. But even if they aren't, China's laws allow its government to compel any Chinese company to provide any information it requests, including American citizens' data. On top of that, Chinese companies of any real size are legally required to have Communist Party cells inside them to keep them in line. Even more alarmingly, Communist Party cells have reportedly been established in some American companies operating in China as a cost of doing business there.
The CCP is also seeking leverage over individual Americans. The party is collecting your most intimate data, your words, your actions, your purchases, your whereabouts, your health records, your social media posts, your text, and they're mapping your network of friends, family, and acquaintances. The CCP accomplishes this goal in part by subsidizing hardware, software, telecommunications, and even genetic companies, because it's not telecom hardware or software profits that the CP is after. It's your data. And they use backdoors built into their products in order to obtain that data. So when the Communist Party cannot buy your data, it steals it. So how will the Chinese Communist Party use this data? In the same way it uses data within China's borders, to target, to flatter, to cajole, to influence, to coerce, and even to blackmail individuals to do and say the things that serve the party's interest. And this is micro-targeting beyond any advertiser's wildest dreams. And China, unlike advertisers, will not be stopped by government regulations. The Chinese Communist Party simply wants to know everything about you, just as it likes to know everything about almost every individual living in China.
If you're an American adult, it is more likely than not that China has stolen your personal data. In 2017, the Chinese military conspired to hack Equifax and made off with the sensitive personal information of 150 million Americans. We're talking nearly half of the American population and most American adults. And as I'll discuss in a few moments, this was hardly a standalone incident. Our data isn't the only thing at stake here. So are our health, our livelihoods, and our security.